Hello, family. I will start off by saying a warm welcome to you all again. Today, I'm here with another amazing recipe that I would love to share with you all. So, in this pot, I have oxtail that I pressure cooked previously, and I have cow skin, little bit of onions, some black pepper, some boiling seasoning, and little bit of seasoned salt. Little bit of water to cook the meat until the meat they are softened. Yeah, that's what I'll be cooking the meat with today. So I'm turning on the stove and covering up the pot to allow it to cook. While the meat is cooking, I will quickly work on the fish. I'll also be adding some fresh fish to this soup. So I'm adding a little bit of seasoned salt, black pepper, and boiling seasoning, and also some onion powder. That's what I'm seasoning the fish with today. So I'm just mixing the seasoning and the fish together, and I'm using my hand so that the seasoning can be able to mix up with the fish well. After mixing the seasoning and the fish together, I will use some plastic wrap to cover up the fish, and after covering up the fish with the plastic wrap, I will allow the fish to marinate for a few minutes in the refrigerator while I'm working on the spinach. So I'm using chopped spinach today that I got from Walmart. That's what I'm using to cook the vegetable. So previously I started working on the spinach. So what you see me doing here, I choose to rinse out the spinach before cooking it today. So as you can see, I'm trying to get as much water as possible from the vegetable, because most vegetables, they are pretty quick to cook. So when you are doing this step, you want to make sure you squeeze as much water as possible from it, because you don't want too much water in it that will cause you to cook it for too long. And it's not a good practice to cook vegetable for too long, especially certain vegetable, and spinach is one of them. I choose not to take it from the pack straight into the pot. You can do that, but I choose not to do that. I just choose to rinse it out. So as you can see, this is it. I'm all done. I'm just getting rid of the water. So after working on my spinach, I choose to look at the meat again, and as you can see, the meat is all softened and is ready to be cooked in the spinach. So I will just turn off the stove and get ready for the fish. So I took the fish from the refrigerator, and I will allow the oils to get hot a little bit before putting the fish. The oil is ready, so I will just transfer the fish to it. So I will allow the fish to fry while the fish is frying, I will go and cut down my peppers, onions, and bell pepper while this fish is frying. So right now I'm just cutting the onion into smaller size so that it can fit in the blender. I'm using almost 1 whole onion, 1 green bell pepper, 4 cloves of garlic. That's the onion I'm just putting in the blender and with the garlic. And I'll be using about 4 to 5 pods of habanero. You can reduce this to 2, or you can skip it if you don't eat spice. And I'll also be using 1 tomato. I choose not to use much tomato because tomato got a lot of liquid attached to it too, so that's why I just choose to use 1. And as you can see, I'm trashing the ones in the middle because I don't want too much water. I'm trying to escape that. That's why I choose to trash that. So I'm just removing the seeds from the middle of the bell pepper so that I can cut it into a smaller size as well to be able to blend it as well. I will just blend everything together. When it's all blended, I will transfer it to a bowl and set it aside. So guys, I am back. Looking at the fish, is almost ready but not yet, so I'm just flipping it on the other side so that the other side can get golden brown before I can take it out. So as you can see, the fish is ready. I didn't allow it to get too dry because I'll be putting it in the spinach later so that I can cook together with the spinach. So I'll be using this same oil, some of it, to cook the spinach. I transfer some of the oil to the pot and I'm adding a little bit of onion. The reason being because I want to get rid of some of the fishy smell, because as I said, I use the same oil to fry the fish. So the onion will help to get rid of that smell. So I'm just adding the spinach to the oil, and after adding the spinach to the oil, I will make sure and mix it up very well and cover it up for about 1 or 2 minutes to cook in the oil. Just making sure that it's well mixed together. Just allowing that to cook in the oil. Yeah. So after a few minutes, I check it again. So right now, I will just be adding the seasonings and the pepper to it. So for seasoning, I'm using 2 onga seasoning. I don't know if I'm calling that right, but this is amazing seasoning that I discovered. It gives really good taste to your food, and you can find this in the Asian store or African store. I'm adding 2 seasoning, and also I will be adding some bouillon seasoning as well. So that's the blended garlic, onion, and pepper with the bell pepper in there. I'm just adding that to the soup. I usually add my blended pepper and onion late because I discovered that it gives the food a really good aroma when I add the pepper a little late. It leaves your food smelling really amazing. So yeah, that's why usually I don't put my pepper, onions, and other blended things in the pot too early. I put it there a little bit late so that it can leave it smelling so good. So again, if you're a lover of potato grains, spinach tastes close to potato grains and is really healthy. You can eat this with some boiled yam, boiled plantain. Yeah, you can even eat it with fufu, but we'll be eating this with rice today. So I'm adding my meat, fish, and shrimp onto the vegetable. Sorry, previously I didn't show you the shrimp, but yeah, I'm cooking this vegetable with shrimp. And please use whatever meat, whatever fish that you have. If you just have fish, go for it. If you just have meat, please go for it. I'm using these because that's what I have on hand, but whatever you have, you can use it. So I'm just adding 1 scoop of the liquid that I got from the meat that I cooked previously. Spinach has a lot of water. So when you're cooking your spinach, if you don't want it to overcook, you need to be careful when you're adding water. So I just added 1 scoop of some of the liquid that I got from the meat, and that's okay because spinach is not something that is so hard to get cooked. So I'm just mixing everything, the liquid, the meat, and the vegetable together. And I'll allow this to cook 1-2 minutes and it will be good. Our soup will be ready. So family, as you can see, the spinach is all ready. Thank you so much again for every minute you spend on this channel. I appreciate that. If you won't mind, please subscribe to grow this family. Please like, please comment, please share this video with others, and also please hit the notification button to be notified whenever I upload new content. Thank you again for watching. Bye guys.